Keep fighting Labour.
I will. There are people here.
You didn't plant them there, did you?
This will be a great one that doesn't come in. They're very docile.
Hello.
I'll do that.
Yeah, it's our celebration.
I'm here because I know how tough.
Well, I was going to say best of luck to you to keep fighting.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah,
we will.
that's it.
We will.
Yeah.
But we want to make sure that the whole of the agricultural industry knows that we have your backs.
That's it. I mean, I don't know what we can do in the short term, because for us this is the situation that Martin's dad is 85.
Yeah.
You can't ask him to live till 92 to live out the
No,
gift.
it is an immoral thing.
It is. He has lived like a monk his whole
Yeah,
life
yeah.
because nothing pleases him more than his cattle being well and staying at home and being the farm. He doesn't want to go anywhere else because everything he needs is on that farm there.
Yeah.
And the light shining in his eyes when he sees him starting to have a go.
Yeah.
He is so proud, but he has.
You want to be farming.
He has all the skills and the energy and everything that this industry needs to carry on that hard work that Martin and his dad and his granddad and his great granddad before him.
This is how important getting out to rural areas is, because this is a massive life-changing thing for fifth generation family farms.
Since that budget, we've stopped in investing.
Yes. Well, this is because all the farmers in my constituency say that they're not buying anything, they're not buying any tractors, they're not investing in anything. So it's having a knock-on effect. It's having a knock-on effect. It's one of the things that I've been saying, that a lot of the people who make the policy just sit in Whitehall. They actually don't have any understanding of what they're making the policy about. It's all theory. As soon as we get back, we will reverse it. Yeah.
A great friend of mine, he's chairman of the Lincolnshire Agricultural Support Network. We both actually lost a really good friend to suicide in 2018.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Decided to.
Was this not? This wasn't the.
It was agriculturally related.
Oh no.
And, so my wife's a counsellor here as well at the charity.
You know, it's a challenging but rewarding industry, but just now I think it feels like it's relentless, doesn't it, for people?
It's just one thing after another.
Yeah, and across the last 6 years we've seen a 241% increase in mental health issues.
Really?
Just
extraordinary.
Yeah, it is.
So what would you like to see change? Because one of the things I say is that even when we were in government, things weren't perfect. I was constantly having to deal with issues with the Rural Payments Agency, changes to one thing or another, and farmers just felt like they were beleaguered.
Yeah, and longevity in policy. So whoever's in power, I think there's longevity of too many changes.
Yes.
There's been too many changes. There needs to be some more consistency, definitely. And so it's all about people feeling secure and heard, and listened to.
We are reconnecting with a lot of the people who were disillusioned with the Conservative government last year, but now they are seeing that the new Labour government they have is not what they wanted, it's not the change they voted for, but they're not just going to rush back. We have to show that we have a compelling offer, they like what we've got to say, and there's going to be more to come. And such wide eyes. Hello. Very gorgeous. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
So,
Oliver Gray.
Philip Hudson.
Well, where do we start?
Yeah, that's where I was going.
I just feel at the moment we're trying to run a business with no answers.
But I think on the other side of that, like the American trade deals, it's opened the gates to imported foods.
Yeah.
America is still using hormones to produce beef quicker, and we can't compete.
Yeah.
They grow 25% quicker.
Yeah.
We can't do that.
The bioethanol plant, they're saying they might be closing next week because of the trade
Two of
deal.
them.
Why?
Ensis as well, yeah.
Why?
It's opened the gate to ethanol. We only produce between 13 to 15 million tonnes a year. So when we lose 2.5 million tonnes of our market a year, it's fairly catastrophic.
Yeah, I understand.
And so Starmer saying he's supporting us with the trade deal has actually done the opposite.
No, it's allowing just an unlevel playing field.
That's right.
And it's a level playing field that everybody asks for.
We continue having to produce food with our hands and ankles tied together.
Yeah.
We're not competitive because of
all the regulations. Yeah. We've been very critical of what they've done on sustainable farming incentives. It's just disruptive. People need certainty. They need to know what's going to happen, next month, next year. businesses, farmers plan in 5-10 year cycles, not 5-week, 5-day cycles. And I still do not understand what they were doing by stripping that incentive away. Nothing can replace actually hearing directly from people's personal experiences. There's so many heartbreaking stories. The worst one was hearing about a suicide, a farmer committing suicide, and just the circumstances that led up to that. And I just believe that they are overburdened. They're overburdened by tax, they're overburdened by regulation, by constant change, they have no certainty. I'm absolutely delighted to be here with you all this afternoon. We're here because we want you to know that we have your backs. I'm an MP for a rural constituency as well, and I can see how farmers and the agricultural industry in general is just suffering. We're going to do everything we can to put a stop to this. The first thing we are going to do is reverse Labour's family farms tax. It is a cruel and immoral tax that could only have been put in by people who do not understand what farming is like. It is a way of life, and it is something that is handed down from generation to generation. And what I've been saying is that this is a tax not just on farmers, but on that next generation. It is a tax on young people, because we're effectively telling them that they may not have a future, and they may not have a future in farming. This is one of the problems that we're seeing, that young people are deciding that it's just too difficult to be a farmer, and they might as well go on and do something else. That agriculture is an institution that the country has forgotten about. We need to make sure that we let all of you know that we have not forgotten about you. We see what you're doing. We are grateful for it. We need to make sure that everyone else around the country understands that too. We are doing this because it is the right thing to do. This is not about votes. This is about the right thing to do. And the right thing to do is to look after our children, is to look after food security, and to look after those people who are doing one of the hardest jobs in this country. So the Conservative Party has your backs. Today's been really fun. I'm with my people, farmers. They're my favorite people, my favorite constituents, because they are people who help create growth. I've been talking about makers, the makers of our economy, the makers of Britain, people who build things, grow things, produce. Farmers are very much at the heart of that. How do we do that? So on winter fuel, we ran a campaign where we got lots of people to just keep emailing their MPs, and a lot of them will buckle. We've got to target them.
Starmer, please.
I will. I will.
Please, you see, the message is clear.